Going live. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? We are Twin Flames Unite up in this thing. I gotta excuse me. I gotta put my mic back on.
Yep.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Wish we could get our shirts. There we go.
Hold on. We're gonna scroll down. We're gonna show the shirts real quick. I see that. Oh, Twin Flames in this thing.
Whoop,
What's
whoop.
going on, everybody? We are Twin Flames Unite. We are at it again. And tonight is a special night
Very special.
and a first one for us.
Yeah.
So we gonna
Hey, JR. Hey, Blue. Hey, look my girl,
what's up,
Siobhan.
what's up, what's up?
We have an angel in the house, guys. Siobhan. Welcome, Siobhan.
Oh yes. For everybody, Blu-ray ATF. She's going to be one of our special guests that we're going to be talking with this evening.
Yes.
And so before we get everything started, like if y'all don't know already, I'm Kris.
And I'm Leasha. What up?
And this evening, we are going to be doing a live Q&A for all of our subscribers or anybody who's watching this video and are curious about twin flames. Okay?
Yes. First Harvest Network says that they're new to our channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining.
Hi,
Oh, we got
Teresa.
Teresa.
What up, T?
Oh boy. And so okay. So for those of you all who, of course, this is your first time, this is our first time doing it, so we're doing this together. We're gonna roll out.
Your whole hand.
So if you haven't noticed that there is a hotline number that was on the top of the comments. I tried to pin it, but it didn't let me pin it for whatever reason.
Uh-oh.
But the number to call in is 1256 952 9015.
That's the number.
Okay. And once you call in, you can hit the access code, which is 483320.
Got it?
Okay. Oh, it is pinned. Awesome.
Okay, good.
Okay. And so if you if you want to talk with us live, you can call in and you can speak with us. People will be able to hear what you're saying. Just want to give you an FYI. So if
Heads
you
up.
don't want to give too much information, like just be aware of that.
Hold
okay?
back. Hold back.
And what we're going to do now, before we get into taking calls,
yeah.
excuse me, before we get into taking calls, we're going to cover a little bit of bases about what twin flames are and the whole purpose of twin flames, because we got a lot of new people on this channel, a lot of new subscribers, and we thank y'all and we love y'all.
Yes.
The love that y'all have shown us in this past week once again has blown us away.
Completely away. Just
Yeah.
blown away.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive into it. We see we already got one person that called in already.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Now, one of the things we're going to do is that we will mute everybody that's coming in. And once we get to the point where we start taking calls, you can hit *5. Once you hit *5, you'll be able to, it's like raising your hand.
Right.
And we'll be able to bring you into the call so that we can speak to you one-on-one. And we're going to limit it to about 5 minutes if we can.
If we can,
We're gonna stay. We're gonna stay kind of like in that area. Okay.
Somebody say that they're in separation.
Oh boy, and that's something else we're gonna talk about as well. So we can, if you're up for it, you can definitely call in to the number and we can talk about it. Got some more people jumping in. You can definitely jump in and we'll talk about it so that we can kind of get this flushed out, because we got a lot of people asking questions, a lot of people asking repeated questions.
Right.
So we want to try to help get this cleared up as much as possible.
Right.
So since I see some of y'all got the hang of it already, we're going to go into what is twin flames and things of that nature, okay? And
we're going to invite Siobhan to talk more about this topic, the origins of twin flame. Why are twin flames here? What is the purpose behind this all? Siobhan is beautiful. Her heart is like music. She is such an inspiration. I actually did a session with her today, an aura session, where we went through and did a body scan, and she really helped me to clear entities and align, make sure all my chakras were in alignment. It was wonderful. After the session, I felt so light, and it was just amazing. The session was like what 3.5 hours long, and I felt like I was gone for about a half an hour. So it was some deep work that I did, and I'm so grateful for her. And so I just figured it would be a good idea to bring her on onto the channel and have her pretty much tell us about the origins of twin flames, because she has very good connection with source and her higher self. Her voice alone is just gonna soothe you. You'll see when she gets on. She is amazing, definitely an inspiration. She does have a YouTube channel, and we'll put the link below so you guys can subscribe to her YouTube channel. She does do sessions. She is amazing, amazing, amazing. Very angelic, and I recommend her to everyone on this twin flame journey.
Yes.
So without further ado, Siobhan, are you ready? Give us a thumbs up if you're ready.
Yeah, and Siobhan, if you've already called in, just hit *5, because with all the numbers that popped up, I don't know which one is you. So,
there she goes. She's here.
all right. And well, if you can type in the message your last 4 digits of your phone number, then I should know which one you are. But until we get her to jump in, we're going to give our take on the whole twin flame journey. Yes. Okay. So I guess I'll start out on that.
Oh, there she go. 4748. Okay.
There we go. Hold on.
Let's just jump right in.
Bring you in here. All right. So can you hear us, or
are we clear?
Yes, I can. I am here. Thank you so much for the beautiful
hold it close to you.
Oh my goodness.
Lovely to be on here with both of you.
Yes. And just to make sure that you all can hear, please say yes, because we got it on speakerphone.
Right.
Like I said, this is new.
It's really new.
But if y'all can just say yes, let us know if you can hear her.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, they can hear Siobhan.
Wonderful. Well, yes. If you would you like to start with your understanding of twin flames, or would you like me to start with mine, and we kind of go back and forth? How do you want to do it?
Yeah, I mean, our subscribers have heard us for quite some time.
Right, for about a year now. So
sometimes it helps out a little bit when we get other people chiming in,
right,
that are in it, because one thing I know Leasha told me about you as well is that you're also in union with your twin. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We've been together 2.5 years.
See, she got us beat, y'all.
Yeah. So beautiful, and really out there doing the work, and really like truly raising the vibrations of this planet one person at a time. When I tell you, true twin flame on their mission and committed. This is the wonderful young lady, Siobhan. She's here to really enlighten and help us along our journey, to give us some good guidance. So Siobhan, you can go ahead and just and give a brief overview of where the twin flame originated from, what's the purpose of the whole twin flame union, just so everybody could kind of be on the same page and kind of clear things up.
Absolutely. And just in case, I think we may be, because I have you on my YouTube on one phone, and then I'm talking to you on another, so it's kind of somewhat delayed, so I'm going to set one aside here.
Okay, no worries.
All right. Yeah. Okay, and just to be clear, even though I've been with mine for 2.5 years, we each are so unique, and we have our individual paths, and we're in individual stages. So we'll just say my masculine is not as awakened. I definitely don't see him jumping on live with me here anytime soon. So, congratulations, sis.
Yeah, we can definitely understand.
Thank you, we love you. Okay, so brief overview from my understanding. Source follows a template. So when I refer to source, I'm referring to mother, father, source energy. So a lot of the information I have, basically once I was activated, came directly from source. So it's interesting because even when I did, get like the thumbs up to start sharing and connecting with people about information I knew, and began even communicating with other twin flame teachers, I actually got a lot of kind of pushback. Like I would speak about my oversoul, and they're like, "What's an oversoul?" Nobody, like we've never heard of that. There is no such thing as an oversoul. And I'm like, "Hey, that's what's communicating with me tells me it's my oversoul." Like I'm not going to stop believing, in my oversoul because you haven't heard of one. So that was interesting when I first started communicating with other twin flame teachers. Because it is very apparent that there's a lot of misinformation in the twin flame community regarding a purpose, origin, who we are, and pretty much the third dimension is really like a false system. So there's a lot of information, the majority of information here is actually either twisted, inverted, perverted, or not accurate or not complete.
Exactly.
So it's always very important, like the primary purpose is to connect, to reunite with the higher self and the oversoul. So, and that's exactly why, even in our session, there's a lot of focus on clearing interference so that you can integrate more of your higher self.
Yes, and I was so excited because, like I said before, I do have I could sense a connection with Source and my higher self. I can always sense that connection. But today, kind of it's like a marriage. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like maybe you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you went on dates, right? And you might see them for maybe 3-4 times out of the week versus actually now being married. Now you live together. So that's kind of like how I felt today with the connection. It felt like it was a real bond, like a solid bond after we did the session today. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So from my understanding from Source, since you're asking about the origin of the twin flame.
Yes.
So kind of like in the beginning, when they speak of the beginning, Source itself, energy, because it's all energy. It's just energy. There was no form. There was no shape. So my understanding is like thought a lot. Everything came from thought. And it says that in the Bible, Source or God thought and it became. But thought a lot about different concepts and then wanted to create an experience. And so really what creation is that next step, the evolution beyond thought, actually separating to experience itself. So the first separation or individualization, Source as one became two, the masculine and the feminine. So it was always masculine and feminine. I've even seen some teachings where they try to say the masculine was first or the feminine was first. Together, united, it was all energy, masculine and feminine. It's separated, and this is kind of basically the template. It separates and then it unites, and that's how you get the third energy. And so then it just began a spontaneous, kind of like controlled and uncontrolled individualization. It was kind of like even the Big Bang Theory and then the theory of creation, the creation story. It's like elements of both of them are true at the same time.
Right.
But not one is completely accurate, especially not here in this dimension anyway.
Right.
So basically, that's what individualization was from source. It began with the oversoul, and now technically, even above the oversoul, there are other energetic consciousness, because even the oversouls are collective. The consciousness that they call the rishi, they call the ultra-terrestrials. There's a couple other ones. But even in that, when I try to get clarification on who they are, it's almost like with the individualization and the unity, there is no clear-cut separation. It's kind of all fluid, and it depends on what space-time you're even talking from.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That makes perfect
sense. Or what dimension you're referring to. Yes. So it's like you always have to clear up understandings and ideas even when you communicate with highly evolved beings. Like where are they at, like even though there's no time, but in the time continuum compared to you, so what dimension are they in? Because they may refer to something different than you do.
Yes, absolutely.
So and then from the oversoul came the original source angelics, which they call the founders. So basically, from my understanding, like even from the raw oversoul, technically, everyone has a twin flame. Technically. However, especially when you're talking about the third dimension, it depends on how much of yourself you have integrated to determine whether or not you have a twin flame.
Right.
So, like a lot of the Earth origin beings do not necessarily have twin flames because they have to integrate more of their higher self. And as they integrate and return or evolve, because energy evolves and ascends and descends, goes up and down. So like angelics can go up and down the dimensions. Starseeds, they the source angelics started the 13th, 14th, and 15th dimensions, and then some of the starseeds are in some of the lower dimensions, and they're not really lower. It's just as you create, you go down the dimensions, obviously.
Right.
So like a lot of Earth origins aren't going to have twin flames necessarily. But the more you integrate yourself, that's why it's so important to connect your higher self.
Right.
But one, to determine if you are a twin flame or have one, and then to determine if your twin flame actually incarnated with you.
Exactly. I'm glad you mentioned that, Siobhan, because we stress so much to everyone on our channel that it's so important to connect with your higher self, to connect with who you are, and not necessarily leave your information, like externalize your power by letting someone else tell you who is your twin flame or if you have a twin flame, and just letting that be the end all.
And that's so important to understand too. So sources making it very clear to me, my oversoul is making it very clear to me that it is necessary for people to know their origin. It is necessary. As you ascend, as you heal, as you connect with your higher self, your origin will be made clear to you. As you connect with your higher self, your twin flame will be made clear to you. It will be made clear to you. If there's still confusion about it, or you're unsure, or you're trying to make someone your twin flame versus your higher self telling you, because your higher self will tell you. You don't even have to figure it out. Your higher self is very clear. They don't want confusion between who your twin soul is. It's your soul. So if there's still confusion, or if you have not been told, then plainly you need to heal some more, you need to connect some more, you need to meditate some more, allow those answers to come forward.
Yes.
But it's very clear about who your twin flame is.
Yes, and this is what we try to tell everyone, like meditation.
Conference recording started.
Go ahead.
Oh, are you there? Oh, this is so new. But yes, I'm so glad that you said that. It's so super vital and important to connect with yourself. And one of the best ways to do that is through meditation. And the more you meditate, the more you're going to clear, because that's where the connection is being formed, through meditation.
Right.
The inner you, right?
Yes.
And that
Absolutely. And I always tell people the most important The most important relationship is actually with your higher self.
Yes.
It's actually with your higher self.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so important. Once you start that connection with your higher self, I call it the essence of who you are. You don't ask as many questions as you used to, because it's like you can literally go into meditation and find your answers. This is how I explain it.
Mhm.
So this is good.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Beautiful.
All
And
right.
that, even like, there's some of us that can confirm, like twin flames, divine unions. We can confirm origin, things of that nature.
Mhm.
However, I found even the more I've been doing sessions, for the most part, I don't confirm outside of sessions anymore. Because it actually is there's several aspects that go into confirming the origin and who the twin soul is. Mm-hmm. And the more the individual has filled and integrated their higher self, the easier it is for the higher self to tell you the origin. I've had sessions where, depending on where they are on their path and how much healing they've done, the higher self can't even tell me what their origin is.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, well, yeah, like they have to do more healing. They have to do more healing, and we'll tell them in meditation.
Wow. So it's so important, again, to how meditation is so important and so vital.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got some people waiting on the line.
I guess we got some questions. That's they're ready to have their questions answered. Let me know if you're ready for some questions, Siobhan.
All right. And once again,
I think we can do it together.
Yes, I think so too.
Now, for those of y'all who are, because I know you all have a lot of questions, and if you want to talk with us one-on-one, definitely call into the number. It's, you said it's breaking?
Oh, it's breaking up?
Oh. Now, is the phone, like the speaker phone, breaking up, or is it the video itself? But the number to call in is going to be the 1-256-952-9015, and you hit the access code, which is 483320. And we're just going to jump in and take the first person that's on the line right now. They called in before everybody else with the last number 7047. We'll go ahead and unmute yours. All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, my name is Sarah.
Hi.
What's your name again?
Hi. I'm really enjoying the call, so thank you guys for having us. I just wanted to say thank you for that. I have one question, because it sounds like you all's twin flame unions are going very well. However, I'm having a different experience.
Oh.
So, I just kind of want maybe some encouragement or some ways to go about, I know it's all about healing, and moving forward with my healing process. And the more that I do that, I'll heal my twin as well, because we are the same soul. But just kind of maybe some things that I can focus on right now. Because it's very hard, when you meet your twin, that is your other half, and you kind of want to be around them. But in our circumstances right now, it's probably just not best. So maybe some encouraging words for us that are having a difficult time with our union.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you already come in contact with who you believe is your twin flame?
I have.
Okay. Well, one of the things that we suggest a lot when it comes to this whole twin flame journey is to really connect with your higher self. I mean, a lot of people are going through the same issues. I mean, we get it time after time again. People having the same things, but I would say don't get weary about it, because it's all a process, and understanding that everybody wakes up differently. It's like not everybody wakes up at the same time every day, even in this 3D world.
Right.
Because some people have to be at work at 9 o'clock, some people have to be at work at 10, so they wake up at different times. But the main thing is to continue to work on yourself. In the meantime, really become whole within yourself, because once you do that, when you actually do come into union, it makes the process a lot more easier
and a lot more harmonious. And always try to keep in mind that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's all about the journey. Sometimes you can get so focused on the destination, like, oh, union and stuff like that. But the whole purpose of the twin flame relationship is to get you to love yourself unconditionally, to get you in touch with your essence, with your higher self, your oversoul. That's the whole purpose of the trigger, because it's a trigger. So it's really not designed for us to get like frustrated and can't wait and what can I do in the meantime. Don't treat it like a destination. Treat it like a journey. So enjoy the journey. If there's something that you love doing, this is a great time to focus in on your passion. Like if you like to write, or if you like to paint, or you like to sing, whatever you're good at, just go ahead and jump in and just live it and love it. And the moment when you find yourself back at 0 point within yourself, where you don't really feel like, you know what, this whole twin flame thing, I mean, it's cool, but I'm happy with myself. Like when you get to that point where you're happy with yourself by yourself, you're going to notice a shift. That's when you start noticing the shift, when you let go of the need to like want or have. I don't even know how to explain it, but Siobhan, you think you want to add into that?
Yes, beautiful advice. I think one of the things that helped me the most is being able to look past each other. Either one of us present ourselves here in the third dimension. Understanding that there's way more to us than this physical body. Yes. Understanding that whether or not you are angelic or starseed, like you came from a higher dimension, this experience or this identity that is being presented is not their true self. It's not their true essence. Mm-hmm. We work through so much that those of us that choose to take on this journey, we actually take on a huge, not necessarily responsibility, but we volunteered for it because we know how strong we are. Yep. We just don't remember because we came through the veil of amnesia. Yep. So being able to look past and not always look at what they're doing, because this is not their true essence at all. It's not their true essence. They take on the karma from the bloodline. Yep. They take on the teachings, the systematic programming. Yep. We play roles. Yeah. Especially the unawakened and unaware ones. They are playing a huge role, and it's just like a mask or a facade. Yeah. It's not their true essence at all. Yep. Like my friend's higher self is like magnificent. It's like I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
So, but they do so much. They do so much, each of us. Like, I'm serious. If we could even comprehend or get a taste of what we are actually doing, even in our dream time, even when we're unaware, what we're clearing. Because as we heal so much more. And for the longest time, I thought we were just healing Mother Gaia. I mean, we are literally helping to raise the vibration across the multiverse.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So we affect other planets, and we're all one. We're all one.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And Carla, could you say your name one more time, please?
My name is Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine.
We've been having some really good experiences with Jasmine.
Yeah,
recently.
we have a lot of.
That was really great. I really appreciate it.
You are so welcome. All right, thank you for calling.
Love you.
Love you guys.
All right. And so we got one other caller that's been patiently waiting, and we greatly appreciate it. The next one, the phone number ends in 4290. You are on the line now.
Hello?
Hey, you guys, it's Teresa.
Hey, Teresa! We can hear you laugh.
So what I'm about to say, people are probably going to look at me like I'm weird. It's okay. I don't care.
It's okay.
How are you guys doing?
Oh,
we're
we're
doing
doing
well.
great. Doing great.
Oh, that's good. My question is about twin flames. I feel highly that my twin flame is not here on Earth. That this person is on the other side. And how can you come to grips with that and knowing and remembering stuff before you were born? And I know that meditation works, but how often would you suggest to meditate?
Okay. So who you want to take this one?
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay. So yes, I honestly, if you can meditate even 15 minutes a day, every day if you can, you don't need to, sit and meditate for an hour or meditate for 2 hours. I mean, if you can and if you enjoy it, go ahead. But even 15 minutes a day, and I've been told even approaching meditation with a sense or energy of joy will add to the meditation. As far as receiving confirmation of if your twin is not here on the earth, if you and your twin, because you both would have agreed that for whatever arrangement or sole purpose, that the one would not incarnate. And if your twin did not incarnate, they would be a spirit guide to you. So they would be your main spirit guide. And you can definitely communicate directly with your twin flame as a spirit guide if they did not incarnate on the earth.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Does that make sense? Yeah, I think my struggle is like remembering before I came to earth. And having to explain to people this is not how we're supposed to do. And, people just not understanding. I have to try to understand that they won't be able to understand me.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe that's more than that.
Well, you know what, Teresa, I think I can help with that little section with people and people not understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I struggled with this when I first started to, my awareness started to raise substantially. And those around me, it's like we were actually on two different wavelengths after a while. And, by you having a certain level of awareness, it can be kind of difficult, like conversation wise, it becomes a strain. So when things like this starts to happen, sometimes you could either do one or two things. You can either meet them where they're at. Energetically, sometimes that can be draining. But always keep in mind that you were once where they were. And somebody had to have patience with you.
Yeah.
So it's all about having that humility and that compassion. And also surround yourself with like-minded people. So you can kind of if you want to call it recharge or, just have someone that you can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So instead of looking at it like they don't understand me or they don't even get me or I can't even have this conversation with this person, that's kind of like the ego getting in the way. So sometimes you got to tell the ego hey, you're cool and everything, but sometimes you have to let them take a little seat for a little bit, if that makes sense. Because the ego likes to jump in the driver's seat and take you places you don't wish to go.
So true.
Yeah.
Difficult process.
Yeah.
Another thing I would add is if your twin flame did not incarnate, you still have an opportunity for a divine union. It would more than likely be with a soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's still so important to connect with your higher self so that you can gain that understanding and gain the remembrance you're speaking of to understand what it is you intended before you incarnated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much. It was it's greatly appreciated,
Yes.
especially meeting you.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of, saving up my funds to get you to do that hypnotism with you.
That aura session, I think, Teresa, the aura session that Siobhan does would do you a lot of justice. Like, I really think that you would love it. Yeah. You're one of the people that I know would definitely benefit from the aura session. Like, I just almost know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. And I apologize. I have a cold right now.
You're fine.
You don't have to apologize. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, T.
All right, that was Teresa. She's such a wonderful spirit.
Yes. And okay, so just because I've seen we had quite a few people jump in and out, so I just want to update everybody. What we're doing right now is just taking one-on-one calls. If you have questions about your twin flame journey or just twin flames in general, you can definitely call in to our number, which is, once again, 1-256-952-9015, and the access code is 483320. And we're just helping y'all out. We're doing this out of love because we see so many people that have these questions, and I know that a lot of times you would like to speak to someone one-on-one, and sometimes you may not be able to pay for the sessions that we do with people. So this is your opportunity to really get some questions answered. So we have one other person that is, actually we have two other people that's on the line. We're going to go to our next caller, which is, the last four digits is 9653. You are on the line.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great.
I didn't realize I was you called the time to speak. I guess I can relate to the last caller. My twin did not incarnate either.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure. But tell me what it's like to fully connect with someone. And one thing that I think a lot of people are afraid to talk about, and a lot of things people are like, what is it like? And I don't, what is it like in a connection, when you have connection? Is it like an intense connection? Is it a peaceful connection? To tell us what that feels like. A lot of people have the misunderstanding that the twin is like intense, always super intense, and is it like more soft?
Oh, I can take this one. And I'm sorry, we didn't catch your name. What's your name?
I'm Idania. My name is Idania. Idania.
That's
awesome.
Pretty.
Okay. Well, Adania, I can tell you first. I could tell you firsthand that this experience is something that, for one, I've never experienced before. So it's really hard to even put a label on something that you've never experienced before. But to put it in some type of words, it feels like home.
Yeah.
Everything is harmonious. It's peaceful. The intensity is strong.
Yes.
It is very strong.
Sometimes you got to keep it balanced.
But I'll say this: it's not perfect though.
Yeah.
Because we're continuing our journey each and every day. There are things that we have to work on. I think a few weeks back, I had mentioned that I went through, I guess you could call it an episode, was something I really had to do some more inner work on myself. So it's everything. It is everything and nothing at the same time.
Yep, and that's definitely our take. Siobhan, you can give your take too. We
argue.
Yeah, you're gonna argue. It's not perfect. But the arguments.
I want people to be like realistic. It's good for people to know.
Yeah.
That's the result of that. It's never
Yeah.
really perfect.
No, it's not perfect. You do argue, but yeah. Go ahead, Siobhan.
Oh, and somebody asked real quick.
I stress to people.
Go ahead.
I stress when you meet your twin, don't even jump in head first. Like, please don't. Please don't. Because I've seen so many breakups not too soon afterwards if they just jump head in and they're so full of love, and I understand because it is so magnetic. But the best thing to do is to do your healing. Focus on your healing. If you think or feel you have a twin flame, focus on your healing.
Focus on your healing. I'm going to say it again just in case y'all didn't hear it. Focus on your healing.
Healing, 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 healing.
Like, these are not easy. I can't say healing enough.
Yeah.
These are not easy. Like, this is as loving as it can be, this is a mission. Like, the third dimension is missing love. Like, the third dimension concept of love is not love at all.
Nope.
It is toxic.
It's fish love.
It is painful. It's deceitful. It's conditional.
Yes.
And we're talking about grounding or embodying an unconditional, high vibrational condition or idea of love that is it's undescribable, and that you can't even understand it until you turn within and connect to your higher self and over self to even know what love is.
Exactly.
If you only know love by what you've seen, what you've read about, what you see on TV, what you see from your parents, you probably don't even understand or know what love is, not source love. You do not know. You do not know. So these are like, if anybody told you this was a fairy tale or, y'all are just going to be happy and, that will become, but no, it's a whole lot of work.
It's a lot of integration.
Yes, a lot of integration, a lot of work. You're clearing on behalf of humanity, so don't think that that's easy. I mean, like, there's been certain times there was one time I literally, not only did I call in my oversoul, I called in Yeshua and Mary. I'm like, hold on now, y'all gonna have to explain some things about how it is that we are supposed to want to even do these type of relationships.
Hello.
Like, y'all gotta talk to me, because it can be trying, it can be painful, it can hurt, but it is for the benefit of mankind. But you have to do your healing. As long as you're pointing a finger at each other, you're just going to repel each other.
Yes, this is a fact.
But it is a beautiful, beautiful magnetic connection. Like, it really is. It really is when you're not focused on what you're building or clearing.
It is. It is a beautiful thing. But you got to get to that point. And I think one of the reasons why Kris and I, we're at a point right now where it's really very harmonious. But however, when I met Kris, he was married, and I just knew everything about him without him telling me. It was weird. We already did a video about how we met, but I knew what was going on in his marriage, and I had every opportunity to butt in. It was the open door. And I just chose, I guess my higher self was like, nope, no, you're not. And so I was like, okay, let me take heed. And I didn't. And I respected whatever he was going through, even though I know it was rocky. And a part of me really and truly had accepted the fact that he was going to stay there. So I accepted it. And I didn't even know at that point what twin flames were. I just knew that I knew everything about him without him having to tell me. And so I just focused on me. I wrote my book, my book of poetry. I put the work in to start my nonprofit to try to feed homeless people. Like, I just started focusing on me. I started meditating like daily. Like, I was meditating so much. I was seeing. Yes, it's good and it works. I was seeing 9/11 every single day for about 4 to 5 months.
And 333.
333, like it literally, I started running from the 9/11, like literally. I was running from 9/11.
I know the feeling. I know.
I was you got to explain it.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that.
I guess we're used to it now that when I don't see like the numbers that I'm used to see, I'm like, everything all right?
Yeah, but you got to understand, I was seeing these things before I even knew.
Is everything all right?
See, now you know what it is, right? So now you're knowing, okay, these are angel numbers. And so you know when you see 444, you know what it is. But when I was seeing these things, I didn't know what it was. So all I know, I'm seeing 9/11. And, you know, in my mind, 9/11 is emergency. So my subconscious is telling me, like,
You do.
you know, it's an emergency. I'm like, what's the emergency?
You do realize. Oh, wow. You do realize that the dark ones pretty much had like that was a dark ritual. They twisted that angel number so that we would be careful when we see it.
That's
but
true.
The angel number itself is a beautiful message.
It is. It is. See, now I know, but back then I didn't know. And I found myself running from the number itself. And one day, my friend, because I told her, I was like, listen, I keep seeing this 9/11. I don't know why. And it's making me really, I feel weird. Like, I don't know why I keep seeing it. It was just everywhere. Yeah. And so one day I was excited because I didn't see it. And I was like, okay, good. So I'm going the whole day and I didn't see it. So I'm like, this is a good day. And why, when I got home, I put my bags down, put my feet up. I was like, whew, I ain't seen 9/11. She texts me, Leasha, look, 9/11. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, yeah, that's the part of my journey. And I had to go through all of that clearing, all of that. And then once I was finished and I got to that point within myself when I was like, you know what? I'm good. I love myself. I don't even really care anymore about going out and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? It would be nice to have someone. But if I don't have someone, it's okay.
Yeah. And that's the moment when things come through that you didn't expect. Because once you let go of the concept of being in a relationship, being with somebody, that's when your twin comes. Yeah. And it's funny because your twin always... Well, I'm not going to say always, but in most cases, they show up at the wrong time. Either you're in a bad situation yourself, you're in a marriage, or you're at the point where you don't want anybody. You just want to be by yourself, and they end up showing up. Yep. Now, hopefully you're at a point where it's like, oh, yeah, I'm ready for my twin flame. I'm waiting for them. Whenever they come, I'm here. But in some cases that happens, but in most cases, it's the other way around.
Right. And then you have to also remember, too, that depending on what we're here to work on in this lifetime, it might not be in your soul plan to be in like a relationship with your twin as far as like marriage or whatever. You might just want to come here to maybe start a nonprofit together to raise funds to, you know, try to stop hunger or whatever. Maybe that might be the mission that you're here to work on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's something I guess you have to have like a really strong sense of love for that.
Yeah.
You know, like a real sense of love, Javon, just that.
Yeah, love is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, we thank you for calling in.
You know, I guess blessings and, you know, continue spreading words of encouragement and love because people need it out there.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of lost souls.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's why we do what we do, because we realize, when you realize the interconnectedness of things, right, and people and souls, then you begin to understand when you heal, someone else heal, right? And each person that you affect, they have 20 people around them, and in each of those 20 individuals have 20 other people around them. So it's like a domino effect. So when you understand the way that it works, you want to go out and you want to help in any way that you can.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Love you, Sister Danya.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So we're about to move on to our next caller. And our next caller, their phone number ends in 9841. You are on the line.
Okay.
Did I unmute you?
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear us?
Hi, Leasha, Kris.
Yes. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Okay, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
It's also, hold on, we got a guy on the phone.
We do.
You know, I am so excited. You know,
Can you hear me?
Male energy, yes.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Can
Hey,
you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you. And what's your name?
Okay, hi you guys, how are you? My name is Deji. My last name is Jenkins. You guys see me on your chat all the time, but you can't pronounce my first name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's going
We're
on?
so sorry.
I'm not gonna get it. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so I have one question. So I've been on my twin flame journey for about, it's gonna hit a year in March. And the thing is, me and my twin flame, when we first met, it was very intense. You know, the whole connection and the intensity and this and that. And then we didn't see each other for about 8 months. And then on Christmas night, got the call saying, hi, how are you? I would like to see you. And then we saw each other. And now it's like, cause like I've been meditating and all that. I don't have like that emotional attachment anymore. It's like, it doesn't really bother me that much. Before it used to. Before it was just really painful. You know, wanting to see this person so much and I can't talk to them because they're in a karmic relationship.
Oh.
If that's what you want to call it, right?
Yeah. Familiar.
Yeah. So now, I mean, they're technically not in the karmic relationship, but they're still involved with this person. And a few days ago, we saw each other, and the person, and the karmic partner, is not really that fond of me, even though I don't really know this person. And I was explaining, like, what? Yeah, and it's a little bit uncomfortable because we're trying to build a friendship, but, like, it kind of, like, hurts a little bit because it makes me a little uncomfortable to even be around them.
Yeah.
Why is the karmic around?
I honestly, oh my God, I'm going to put my business out there.
It's hilarious.
Okay, we're not judging here, right?
No, this is not a judgment. This is a judgment-free zone.
Oh, no,
Okay.
judgment free.
No.
Yes.
So I met my twin flame while he was in a open relationship.
Okay.
So the karmic was doing whatever he wanted to do, and my twin flame was doing whatever he wanted to do.
Okay.
And my karmic is a same sex, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And now that we're really tight right now, but now he pretty much, my twin flame clarified to me that his karmic, I don't know if they do together, that's none of my business. I don't really affiliate with that. But he pretty much clarified to me that he does not like me. I didn't do nothing to this person. And now that he clarified that to me, how does that make me comfortable with actually, you know, him more? Because now we're just trying to build a friendship.
Oh.
Well, the first question is, what's the relationship with him and the karmic? Like, are they still together? Are they roommates? Like, why is he
told me that they're not together, but he still has somewhat attachment to him because they kind of live together, but not really. It's a complicated situation. I'm sorry. It's a very complicated.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, it's a very complicated situation with these two that I just try not to get in on because it's none of my business.
All right.
So, how am I supposed to like be okay with like actually still building? Because I was actually considered the divine feminine, if that makes any sense, because I'm the one who's everywhere.
Absolutely.
You know, the initials and the saints, and he's not getting it. It's not happening to him. It's happening to me. And I'm telling him this. He just finds it intriguing. He's not running, but like, it just makes it a little uncomfortable to actually keep going with it. How am I supposed to be okay with it and still keep connect? You know, how do I say it? And still continue on with the journey. You know what I mean?
Got you.
All right. Well,
I think I have some on that too.
What I would advise is, for one, you want to develop a higher connection with your higher self. Because you need
I've been doing that. Yes.
But if there are cords And that's one of the things that we do during the
Yes.
Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy session.
Cord cutting.
Is we start to cut and heal cords. If he still has a cord or an attachment to this karmic, then there's still healing necessary, and that cord needs to be healed and released.
Yeah.
Like if
he actually expresses that to me. He says, "Oh, I'm trying to heal from it, but it's taking a long time." And he just says, like, "Oh, I'm ready to be done with them. I'm ready to be done with them." But like, and he's been telling me this for months.
Yeah.
And I keep telling him about my business, but you're telling me this and expecting me to be okay, and it just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. And you know what, that you know what, that's one of the hardest lessons to learn is letting go. Letting go, and you know, actually being able to let go is one of the highest forms of love. Is being able to let somebody go on their own journey and learn their lessons, and you go through and you learn and you do yours, or like most people say, you do you. You know, so one of the things
that's what I've been trying to do. I mean, like I feel like I don't really feel attached to him anymore like I used to, because like you said, I've been connected with my higher self, meditating and doing the healing work. Yeah. So I just like let him do that's his, like whatever he's doing, that's his business, and I'm doing, you know, my what I have to do. Yeah. But he just said he wants to build like a real solid friendship, and that just makes it uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you always have to do what serves you. If you're in a situation and you're feeling uncomfortable about it, I mean, if you've already let him know that you're uncomfortable with it, but he's still not respecting that, that's something you have to take a second look at to see if this person even deserves a space in your environment. And I say that because there's a friend that I had recently, and I considered him to be like my road dog. We were like down for whatever. And there was just certain things that were just rubbing me the wrong way. Like he would come over my house and like he'll have a drink, but he won't take his can and just put it in the trash can. I'm like, I mean, respect my house. When I come over to your house, I don't just leave stuff any kind of way, you know, but when you come over to my house, it's like a total different thing. Like you just want to disrespect me. And I was like, no, I can't do that. So for that particular friendship, like I had to cut ties with it. And it was an emotional thing for me because when I went through my divorce, he was like the only person that was really there for me at that time. And that was part of the reason why I held on to that friendship for so long, because I felt like he really had my back. But as time went on and my awareness became higher and I'm sitting back and I'm looking at the whole picture, I was like, this dude really is not for me. So I had to step back from that relationship and just not talk, not text, not do any type of interaction, just so I can clear my space. It's like when you clean up your house, you don't want somebody else coming in and messing it up. And I've been doing a lot of work on my soul, and I don't want nobody coming in and messing it up, if you get what I'm saying.
That's similar. That's actually similar to his situation as well. I think it's personal business out there. That's what I'm trying to keep it.
Yeah, we understand.
Oh, yeah, we understand.
That's pretty much the exact situation between his karmic and my twin flame and his karmic. They met at a bad time. He just kept holding on to him, and I guess that's why it's taken him long to disconnect. I guess. I don't know.
Because it sounds like it's a little bit of guilt that's in there, and guilt, anything that you associate with guilt and fear, anything like that, that's very low vibrational. So it's not going to take you very far.
Yes, and that's another. Right, those are other aspects of moving towards the divine unit. Letting go and clearing shame, blame, guilt, and obligation. Especially when you feel obligated, you feel like people are there for you, or you feel like You don't want to let go because it's almost like saying, I don't care about you anymore.
Right.
And it's not that you don't care anymore, but things change, and it's okay to move on, because if the relationship is built on, I just feel obligated, then it's not one of the highest divine unions that you could be moving towards.
Nope.
So that's probably what your twin is clearing right now: shame, blame, guilt, and obligation.
Yep.
I know in the beginning of my relationship, my twin still was, he had like different friendships he was trying to maintain out of obligation. And I just had to keep, like, actually our oversoul told me to send both of them love, to send him love and to send, the female love, so that she could also heal and understand she does not need him, so that she could seek her own divine union.
Yep.
Because obviously trying to hold on to him is not a divine union, because that's not the divine union that's source or that she agreed to.
Exactly.
And it helped them to both release each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you suggest me just keep my faith, even affiliate with that, just like stay to myself and have him do what he needs to do for his journey?
Yes.
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 Well,
like
your higher self has
be an ear.
Oh, say again?
Would you suggest me to just be an ear and not be emotionally invested? Because being like this is my first time, this is like my best friend, and I care so much. And just being an ear, don't even be emotionally invested, and just stay on my own healing path and let him deal with what he has to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say don't be emotionally invested. I would say send him additional light and love.
From a distance.
I do that. Yeah, I do that all the time.
Right. I would say, actually, if you're able to, get an angelic universal regression alchemy session. They help so much with the twin flames, because for one, depending on who comes in, but even whether it's your higher self or the oversoul, your higher self is aware of his situation.
Yep.
So they can give you direct knowledge and information on what he is going through, what he needs to cut, what he needs to heal. They can sometimes go in and remove entities for your twins for you.
Yep.
It just depends on, usually if they're going to remove entities, it's more likely going to have to be the oversoul that does it. Because the oversoul is over both you and your twin. But yes, there's a lot that can be done in those sessions that would definitely help with huge amounts of healing.
Oh, yes. And let me tell you, I concur, because I did my session today, and it was 3.5 hours long, but it felt like maybe 10, 15 minutes, the max a half an hour. I did not even know I was gone for that long.
Oh, no.
And it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And I hope everybody could get one. I mean, if I could do it for everybody, I would. It's such a necessity, especially being here in this forgetfulness and in the density that we have to live in this atmosphere, like I call it. It really does help. It does help, because that connection, we need that connection with our higher self so that we can understand or understand, overstand, why are we going through this? Why do I have this repeating pattern?
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, okay, I'm not learning this lesson. My bad, So at least it brings some clarity to your life.
Yes. Now we have 2 more callers.
I hope that really helped.
Yeah, we hope that helped.
Yeah, it did.
Awesome.
Love you, brother.
We love you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Stay positive. Stay on the path.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really need to hear that.
Awesome.
All right. So we got 2 more callers. This is actually going a little bit longer than we anticipated.
Right.
So, and this is actually going really well.
Yes.
So this is a new service that we're trying out. We'll probably do something a little bit different where we can integrate the audio with the video, so it won't be any lag.
Right.
But we got 2 more people on the line. We're gonna knock these last 2 people out, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Right. And then we're gonna tell you how you can go ahead and book aura session with Siobhan, and if you think that you might need some assistance in getting that connection going with your higher self, you can you can let us know, or we'll put the link below so that you can connect with Siobhan directly.
Yes.
And get yourself rolling.
Yeah. Or if you all just need a session with somebody to talk with, just like we're talking with people
Right.
now, because what we're doing now, this is just a snippet. We be doing like hour sessions with people, breaking stuff down, going through the whole patterns and stuff. So definitely look into that as well. Now, our next caller, last 4 digits is 5605, and you are unmuted if you can hear us.
Can you hear us, Carla? Yay! Yay!
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Jessica. How are you?
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. Hello, Siobhan. I'm so happy to be in this call with you guys. I appreciate it so much. So much gratitude to you all and this work.
Well, thank you for calling, and we appreciate you for calling also and sharing your journey, because each time one of us shares something, somebody else learns from it, because it might be somebody else going through the same thing that you're going through and just need to get that answer. So we thank you for calling in and asking questions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for saying that.
Sure.
So basically, I would just love your advice on something that has been plaguing me for so many years. And it's in regards to my twin flame, who I just love so much. We are now, we've been separated for several years. So to give you a quick background of our story, is that he and I met in 2001, when both of us were in our early 20s, 20 and 21. And we met when we were like homeless youth, like we were runaways, homeless youth. And I remember that the first time I locked eyes with him in this like space with all these homeless kids in New York City, I remember saying to myself, oh my God, like, what is this? Like, what do you call that? I had no idea that you can actually lock eyes with somebody and have a connection like that without even like physically touching someone. And we were together soon after for about 8 years. So about 2008, we had broken up. He broke up with me, and like he and I have been in communication like for 18 years now, or 19. Well, this is 2019, and he was in a relationship with another person that he met through me, and that was something very devastating for me. But I remember that when they had broken up, which was I think 5 years ago, he had texted me to see how I was doing, and I had no idea that he had broken up with her or anything. He just texted out of the blue, and then we came into each other's lives again, but as friends and friends with benefits, and we were sort of like playing cat and mouse. And he's actually the kind of person who can be avoidant sometimes. His attachment style is avoidant. And I'm the anxious attachment style. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
Wow.
Attachment avoidance. So anyway, there's been a lot of stuff going in and out of our lives. For the 19 years that we've known each other, I'm 38, he's 40 now, and it's like, I remember like texting him like 2 weeks ago after like seeing you guys and being introduced to your channel via the interweb and the divine.
No.
I think the divine introduced you to But I was just like crying, and I've been sick for like 2 months. Just like, I think I got sick because I was so like sad about this, and I kept having dreams of him and these visions of him. And every time I like pray for him and I dream of him so deeply, he'll text me, or somehow I'll see those numbers 222, 444, 333 all the time. Even when he was in and out of my life, those numbers were coming in and out of my life, and I didn't know what that was.
Wow. That's kind of like how I was with the 9/11.
Yeah, and I know that he has love for me, but he's not able to. He's not the type to really share, and he's very good about boundaries. And he's like, I've always been the one like begging him to come back into my life. And he said, "You have to work on you, Jessica. You really have to. You can't just come back and start over from scratch, because we're not the same people." He goes. He would tell me, I think that in your mind you still want to go back to what was, and we're two different people. right now, like he has said, and I don't think he actually has healed from his like relationship from 4 years ago. I think he doesn't really share a lot of this stuff with me. Like, he's very private. He used to share everything with me. But he's gone through some situations where he was out of an apartment, or he had lost his job, and I had, you know, he didn't want to come in with me, but I said, no, you can come and live with me for however long you need to get yourself back on your feet. Like, he's family to me, and I, you know, but I was also very controlling, and I had my old ways come in, and I wasn't very kind to him. I was very, like, scared for him to leave again, and I always felt abandoned, like if he was, you know, would leave, and I was very, like, controlling, which is not good at all, and I know this. So there was many traits of mine that were unbecoming, and he's a person that he respects boundaries. He's very respectful of me, and he's never, like, he doesn't, like, look at my stuff. I was the one that was always trying to figure him out, you know. Mm-hmm. So he felt uncomfortable and all that, and he ended up leaving. So now I'm like, I wanted to cut ties with him 2 weeks ago. I had sent a text when I was introduced to your channel, when I saw your channel, and then when I texted him, I was like, I'm going to have to cut ties with you, because I just feel like this is just too much for me. I just don't know what to do, and he didn't want me to. He was like, nope, that's not going to happen, you know? And I'm, like, trying to be so strong and, like, trying to cut ties with him in this dramatic way, and he just was like, you know, I don't know what to say, guys.
Yeah, he probably knows. It sounds like he feels, he feels you. So, yeah.
Oh, you say he recognizes her too? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it sounds like he's feeling her. Like, and then the fact that you were forcing yourself to separate from him, and then you did the whole dramatic spill. He probably knows. Like, he could feel your true intention. Like, you really didn't mean this. But I think you said something really key. You said that he told you that you need to work on yourself. And that might be a message that was coming in through him from the higher self, a source. Because sometimes you have to pay attention to the messages, because sometimes you can get messages through your twin for you to pay attention to.
I agree. Oh, I received such beautiful messages from him when there have been challenges, and I have been very in my controlling ways and in my toxic ways towards him. He would take a step back, and let me tell you, he's such a gracious human being. Mm-hmm. He would take some time, let me diffuse, come back, and have like an hour-long talk with me. Really, I mean, who does it? I was like, wow, this man, he's such a good man. He doesn't have to deal with a person like me.
Yeah, he sounds like he's your anchor. Like, he's your anchor.
Yeah, he's like a shaman. I'm like, what is this? But I still want to be like, yeah.
Oh,
I just to say, one of the other important things to realize is that the controllers or the dark ones, the dark energy here, yeah, they actually they do target the volunteers, and they target the twin flames.
We did a whole video about that.
Right, exactly. Because as you unite, as you heal, as you're transmuting and releasing all this dark, dense energy, this whole, you know, paradigm, this whole dimension is rising. Yeah. So every volunteer, and it's really every human, but definitely the volunteer.
Definitely.
Like, we all have attachments. We all have entities. We all have cords. And all of these things are to keep you weighed down.
Yes.
So when you're healing yourself and you're focusing on yourself, releasing of entities, the thing about entities, it is very hard to clear them on your own. It's very hard to clear them on your own. Because you have to transmute them without any energy. You have to assist them to the light. And when you have entities, or when they enter, like entities enter, they can enter through the bloodline. Like if there are agreements or traumas that, you know, of course the bloodline, there.
Yep.
But when you experience trauma, they enter your vessel.
Oh, yeah.
And all of us, like this is like, it's systematically programmed into this, you know, into this dimension, into the earth, into the grid line. these systematic programming of trauma cycles. This is why we keep going in cycles until we understand, heal, release, clear all these things that we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So definitely, you know, be easy on yourself because you have to understand you have entities, he has entities, like people around him have entities, people around him have entities. And as we heal ourselves and release these entities, like when you release them, as soon as they're sent back to the light, your vibration automatically rises.
Yes.
Automatically rises.
Automatically. That is correct.
I'm going to cry hearing this, man. I'm going to cry hearing this. Something I make to hear. Oh, my Lord. I feel so ashamed, just like the other fellow that felt. Because I know I know that I have so much light to me. I'm generous in spirit. I love the people I love in my life. I love so deeply and so dearly. That, you know, I feel everything they feel. They feel pain, they feel hurt, everything, you know, and I'm just like, I can't do this to him anymore. If I really love this man, I really love this human being, this person, I can't do this because I've hurt him so much, you know, and I've hurt myself, you know, I felt that karma come back 20 times over, and like you said, the cycle, I feel like I'm in that cycle and I can't get out. I'm aware of it, but I just don't know how to get out. And I'm telling you, I feel so grateful to hear this message.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
I'm getting a little emotional.
I don't want to cry on camera. Oh boy. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm literally feeling.
We love you, sister. You signed up for such a honorable mission. Each and every one of us, that's a volunteer here. We knew it was going to be hard. And I mean, some of us came from, you know, whether it's the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, or even the eighth dimension, to come all the way down here to help people, to love people, and to heal them. We take on so much to heal just to bring up the vibration. So you are doing way more than you can possibly imagine. Be easy on yourself. Don't beat up on yourself. You know, even like you're aware of certain things that you've done or you've been controlling or different things that you said. It is okay. It's not your, this is not your pure essence.
Exactly.
This is not your like these are things that you're clearing on behalf of humanity. So you're being aware of it. It's so beneficial so that you can release it.
Exactly. So it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. We are in the atmosphere. Okay. Atmosphere. This is what we're surrounded by. So it's okay. It is okay. You don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel guilty. Those are the entities that Siobhan is talking about. It's like they use those tools to keep you in those lower frequencies so that you're not able to rise to higher vibrations and higher awarenesses. So once they have something like a fear tactic, they use the fear tactic as a trigger. All of a sudden now your emotions, is energy and motion is sent through your body, and that lowers your frequency, lowers your vibration. Shame does the same thing. You start feeling the shame, you start feeling the tingling, the energies and motions is flowing through your body, lowering your vibration. So you put all of that stuff together, you vibrating real low, and it's really not much anybody can do when they vibrate on that much of a low frequency. So it's not your fault. Pretty much what we're trying to say. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wow, nice. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward and healing. You got this.
You got this, girl. You got this.
You're able to.
Yeah.
You got this.
Hook up with either one of us, absolutely. And meditate. Get your meditation in, drink plenty of water. You know, there's always steps you can take as you're building up and moving forward. It's all a process. It's all a Devon, I've been doing some moon manifesting. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Oh, yeah, we've been doing it too.
I have a book called Moon Magic, and girl, I have been on that book. I have been just trying to be positive. It's so beautiful. I love the moon. I'm a moon child. I'm a Cancer Leo. So I've got a lot of very extreme energies to me, but also beautiful energies. And I'm learning, you know, I'm in this learning process. I'm scared, but I'm also excited. You know, I have those, like, juxtaposition going in me, but I know that I am so excited for the process. I am so grateful for the human beings, as yourself, as these communities, there's so many beautiful people and the vibrations that you guys are on that I just can't wait to get on that train. Beautiful. Love you, sister.
We love you so much. All right, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
You too.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So we got one last call. And this person, I want to thank you so much for holding on.
Oh,
You've
wow.
been here for a while.
That's amazing.
And we appreciate it. So the caller ending in 4124. You are on the line right now.
And you are amazing.
Hi.
Hey, what's your name?
Hi. Yeah, I said I've been waiting on for a long time.
Yes, thank you.
My question. Well, my name is Alexandra.
Alexandria?
My question is, how do you know? Well, I think I met my twin flame. I met him online, actually, and I found out he was married. In the process of us like getting to know each other and things like that, what I was noticing, what changed about me, like he was sending me music through my mind. Like I would wake up 4:00 in the morning and like he wanted me to play R. Kelly all night, all night long, and that's all I listen to is R. Kelly now. And like when I'm woke, he's awake, and like we communicate with each other. But now we just don't talk at all. I mean, do your twin flames do things like that? Send you messages through your dreams to wake you up and play music, or have you on a high frequency, you feeling like wonderful every day? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know I told my son before, quit waking me up in the middle of the night. You gotta get my rest. Yeah, like he'll wake me up and things like that. What is a twin flame? Like, is he really my twin flame? Can I meet him online without having a physical connection with him?
You
Because
can.
we haven't met in person at all.
You can, but just some of the things that you just said is sending off red flags to us.
Yeah, and my spirit is sending off some red flags.
The R. Kelly thing is.
I mean,
the R. Kelly is kind of concerning.
Yeah. And
Not even the R. Kelly.
morning,
You got to be careful because there are people out
prey.
there, right? And they know how to use alchemy, and everybody don't always do what's in service to humanity. Like, they'll know how to do certain things. Like they know how to work the mind. They know about psychology. They know about metaphysics. They know how to get a response from somebody. They know what to do, and it's kind of like a hypnosis type thing. Like they know how to talk hypnosis. There you go. So they know how to do that. They know how to get into your dreams. They know they're professional at these things. And so you really have to this is where it kind of helps to build that relationship with your higher self, to go into meditation, to start to get to know who you are. And that way the discernment will start growing within you, and then you would know right away, like, hey, your red flags will start going up because your higher self will let you know. Now, we're not saying that this is not your twin flame.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the first things I always ask you was actually, what has your higher self said? Like, have you heard anything? Has your higher self said anything to you about this person? Yeah, like they keep telling me to a twin flame, this person is from your past life. This person is from your past life. And I'm like, okay, but he's married though. Like, I didn't understand that part. Like, I don't get a bad feeling from him or anything like that. It is all good, positive energy.
Okay.
Well, I would continue to go within, continue to do your work, your healing work. Your higher self is your best guide.
Yes.
There is really no right or wrong way to do a twin flame relationship other than not healing and not connecting with your higher self. Because the relationships are so unique.
Yes.
Your connection with your higher self is imperative. It's imperative.
Yes. Yep. Yep. That is a fact. Each journey is unique.
What would you say, Kris? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would definitely advise her to keep going within. Just keep that connection going with yourself, and your higher self will confirm to you, will give you confirmation. Just because you meet your twin when they're married, I mean, it's just like we were saying earlier. Sometimes.
Yeah, I can see 444, 222, like all the synchronicities, the numbers and stuff, leading up to me meeting him, and after meeting him, it was still happening. Like I see 444 a lot, because I write in my journal, and like I write the time down and everything like that. And like I always get like 222, 444, things like that of numbers. The same repeated numbers over and over again. Yeah,
it sounds like you're on a awakening path. Like your awareness is growing, which is good, because this is the energy that's really going on right now. Like March next month, we're getting ready to experience another event. So. And
that event's my birthday.
Yeah, that's his birthday. But everyone is coming into the awareness. Yeah, his birthday is next month.
Yeah, it's on March the 2nd.
That's when the event is happening next month. So we'll see. Some people experienced it last March, but it's another one this March. But that's one of the reasons why most people are so sensitive now to the energies that's coming in. So that's one of the reasons why you're probably seeing the 444, the 222, and the repeated numbers, the synchronistic experiences. But I would definitely, Siobhan, like what she said, keep that connection going. Keep the meditation going. Drink lots of water, alkaline if possible. If you can do that crystal charged water, that's good too.
Yeah. And Siobhan, I actually have a quick question for you in regards to the synchronicity numbers. That they also have a dual purpose of being like an activation code for your soul, if that makes sense, because that's something that we've come across as well. So it's like they serve two purposes, like to catch your attention and to activate you.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. I've even noticed, even if you see, not even just, like I've seen doubles, triples, quadruples, even on occasion, like the 5 numbers in a row.
Oh, yeah.
But even if you see like 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like even numbers like that. And they don't have to be an exact sequence, but sometimes I do see that. But yes, some of those are activations, or they might call them gateways, or different things like that. So yes, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, you're on the right path. So just keep going, keep your meditation going, keep that connection with your higher self so that you can keep getting those answers that you're looking for, because the best answers lay within yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And do as much healing as you can. It's, like I said, if you can get those entities removed with the alchemy healer, do that. Sometimes I believe, like, and it's, I don't know if this is maybe what Leasha was concerned about, because sometimes there are entities that target even dream time or feeding off of people's energy at night.
Yep.
Is that what the concern?
Yes, that is correct. That is absolutely correct.
And those are the red flags that I was talking about.
Those are the red flags. So that's why, again, it's so vital to keep that connection with your higher self going, so that, sometimes they can come. Everything is not always what it seems. You have sugar. White sugar is white, and salt is also white. So if you put the bleach sugar with the salt, by just looking at it, sometimes it can be kind of hard to figure out which is salt and which is sugar unless you actually taste it.
Yeah, and I've made that mistake before.
So sometimes things are not always what it seems. But again, we're not saying that this is not your twin flame, but we're just saying that go ahead and keep building that connection with your higher self, so that you can get those answers that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling in.
Yes, thank you so much for being so patient and calling in. And if you want to book a session to get that aura reading and to also try to get those entities removed, we'll put the link for Siobhan under the video once we're done, so you can connect with her. She also has a YouTube channel. You can subscribe to her YouTube channel also. She does wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work. Mm-hmm. And I think everyone can definitely benefit from the aura session.
Yes.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much for calling in. You too. Bye-bye.
All
right. So, Siobhan, you have been amazing. You stuck in here with us for an hour and a half.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. I know you're tired.
Thank you for having me. This was a beautiful experience. I was so honored that you asked and invited me, so I definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I'm so honored to do your session today.
Yes.
It was so beautiful.
It was.
Oh, yeah. And I look forward to mine soon.
Yeah, he's getting his too.
Yeah. So we're going to update y'all on that as well.
And Siobhan, is there anything that stood out to you in my session that you want to share that you think that will be of benefit to anyone on the live?
Let me see. I know it was interesting. Well, like what was interesting was the connection with the Pleiadians. That was interesting because some people were slightly confused about that. We can mention that one, or even like the two past lives that we looked at with you. Both of those, the way they were connected, was you chose love in both cases. So to give the callers an idea, one past life was you as a South American or Caribbean Indian, a Carib Indian. And I guess the first tribe you were with, they were actually out of alignment or negative, or even, I guess you could say they practiced dark energy, dark magic.
Wow.
And you were actually incarnated into that tribe to try to help bring the light, to try to heal them. And they wouldn't listen to you. And eventually you did decide to leave, even at the threat of your life. And you left, and you wanted your family to come, but you left to be with to go with the more loving tribe of love and light. And basically you're holding on to guilt because one of your children from that first marriage had died because you were the healer. You were the healer for that tribe.
Yeah.
But you still chose love. You chose love. And then we were even shown a second lifetime of you in Egypt. And that was my first time they ever took me to a death scene, actually. They took me to her in her tomb, and I'm like,
I know.
Okay, so what's going on? Like, why? Like, why are we in the tomb? So I kind of was like, well, let's go back to the scene before here. Like, what was going on? Why did you die so young? And basically, they're trying to marry you off to a king, and your twin, Kris, obviously, was not the king. And you're like, no, I'm not marrying him. So.
Yeah. And that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he chose. Yep. He chose to end your life rather than be married or choose to marry for money.
Oh wow.
So you chose love, and that was a beautiful, beautiful message your higher self wanted you to remember and heal from guilt and heal unforgiveness.
Yes.
Yeah. And for I think the last comment was asking what were y'all talking about. So Leasha actually did a session today with Siobhan, where she went through her past lives and talked with her higher self and her oversoul to really find out what's going on and remove any attachments that she had as well. And so this, Siobhan, I appreciate you doing this session because this confirms what I've been telling her for the past couple of months. Y'all know sometimes she has her hair wrapped up, right? And a lot of times when I see her with her hair wrapped up, I'm like, why you look like a queen? Like a queen for real. I'm like I just feel that royalty every time I looked at her, and you just helped confirm that, so I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness.
You're so welcome, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. She's such an angel.
Yes.
Oh, today's been a magical day, Siobhan.
Yeah, it has been.
Yes, and look, and you're an angel as well. So both of you, your origins are angelic.
Oh my God, I want to cry. It's making me want to cry.
Lovely angels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to cry.
Yeah.
Okay, let me not cry. Okay. Stop. Okay, let me calm down.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Yeah, you gotta get it together.
Okay. Okay, I got it together. Okay. All right, guys. So this is it. We're not going to keep beautiful Siobhan any longer because we really just wanted to do something maybe less than an hour, but we've extended outside of that. Yeah. But we are glad that we were able to reach at least, 10? We had 10 people that called in. 10, yeah. And I hope that, the information that we provided was helpful for everyone.
Yep.
We definitely enjoyed being here, and we love you guys, and we understand when one heals, the collective heals, and this is why we do what we do.
Yes, we do it for the love.
And we're gonna put a link at this. Excuse me, it's live, so we're gonna put a link at the bottom of the video, so you guys could book a session with beautiful Siobhan. If you want to book a session with us, or if you want to do both, we'll put the links at the bottom so you could book your session. But I definitely recommend everyone gets an aura session. Yes. I think it's very, very helpful to encourage us to build that connection with our higher selves, and to remove entities if we have any attachments, through lower vibrational behaviors or whatever have you, experiences, trauma. I definitely recommend it.
I'm a king, baby.
Oh my goodness! You listening to this, Siobhan?
I saw the comment. I had to recognize that comment.
I cannot tonight.
I appreciate you.
I'm not doing this for him tonight. All right, so we're gonna let you go, Siobhan. We love you so much. Yeah. Such an honor to be able to talk to you.
Yes. Yeah, and it's about time because this computer about to die too.
Oh, computer about to die. Okay.
So we gotta head out of here. So
love you, Siobhan.
We'll be talking with you soon.
Love you too.
Thank you for coming. Love you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Oh, what a beautiful.
Did you hang it up?
Did I do it right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did it right. Okay, I don't know. This is my first time doing this.
All right, awesome.
Oh, guys.
Wow, y'all, that was awesome. And as y'all saw, this was actually something we were planning on doing yesterday, but yesterday was our daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
So we had to celebrate her birthday. Okay.
Yes.
But what we're going to plan to do is do this at least every Friday. Every Friday we're going to do it for about an hour. Yeah. Hopefully we can stay within that time frame.
I know.
We'll do this every Friday so that you all can call in and you can ask your questions and help get a little bit of clarification on everything that's going on, because we do realize that there's so many people out there that's waking up to this illusion that is this world, this 3D world.
Right, the Maya.
In addition to that, there are a lot of people who are coming into the knowledge of twin flames, and they're curious of where's my twin flame. Right. I want this love y'all got here. So we're going to be here helping out.
Yes.
We're actually some other things that we're working on as far as the Twin Flame Chronicles. We have an animated version that we're putting together. So that's taking some time, but it's coming.
Stay with us. Stay with us. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up, guys. If you like the video, if this information is helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
Yes. And Marshawn, if you haven't noticed, we appreciate your love.
We love you.
We thank you so much. I'm
much.
actually, thank you so much.
My goodness.
Oh, y'all are beautiful.
Y'all gonna make me cry up here.
I'm about to cry for real. But back to Marshawn. I made you moderator because you have been rocking with us, and you've been
Day
showing us so
one.
much love.
Day one.
And you always there having our back. And I'm trying not to get emotional.
Yeah, this is an emotional night, man. What you doing?
So
trying to hold it together from since 2 people ago.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we made you moderator because we appreciate what you do.
You're amazing.
All the comments that you put in on our videos, it has not gone unseen.
Yes.
And we wanted to let you know, especially, that we love you.
We love you, Marshawn.
Thank you so
much.
much.
We thank you. You're our day one, and we love you. And we thank you. We love everyone also for subscribing. Yes. But you guys got to understand, Marshawn been here since we had like 1 subscriber. Since we had like 1 subscriber, Marshawn been here. We were struggling, like, you know, and Marshawn has been here since day one. And so we just want to take this time to let her know how much we love her and we appreciate her.
Yes. So, with that being said, we got to get out of here, family. We've been in here for 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Right.
So, we love y'all.
We love you guys so much. And thank you for the donation. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Much love to everyone. And thank you for coming. Bye-bye, Queen Bee.